Good morning and welcome back to the diary, and thank you for joining me, and thank you for having the patience to wait for me to reappear. It's been a long time, over 3 months to be precise. The last time I saw you, I was fishing for pike unsuccessfully in the Lake District with the boys from South East Northumberland Pike Anglers Club. And whilst I came back from that trip fishless, I did manage to bring back with me some sort of viral infection, which over the following weeks and months put me in hospital for a while with pneumonia, and then a month and a bit's convalescence basically. So my apologies, my thanks to those of you that inquired as to why I hadn't posted anything recently and asked after my health. That's very kind, it is appreciated. So yeah, an untimely reminder that perhaps I'm not as invincible as I thought I was, and an unneeded reminder that when I'm prevented from going fishing, I'm a bit like my apologies to nearest and dearest, and thank you for putting up with me. So, back on the banks at last. Needless to say, pike fishing. I've lost half of my pike season this year and back end of last year, so it was always going to be pike fishing for the first one. Where am I? Well, as you can imagine, I've had very little to do for quite a long time, and so research, planning, and this trip to this stretch of the Spate River has been planned for over 2 months. Conditions aren't ideal. You've already seen that the river's up about half a metre, and dropping back from being in the fields, but it's carrying a lot of colour, which for the pike fishing is probably just an added challenge, to be honest. So it's a new stretch, well, new for pike fishing. I've never pike fished this before. This is the stretch that I normally come to if I want to try and catch a chub. It has quite a significant flow, but there are a number of interesting looking slack bits of water. This is one behind the overhanging tree, and I picked up from social media on one of my research days that one of the piking regulars down here hinted that although he hadn't fished here, he knew somebody who'd had a really nice fish. So I thought, right, take that as face value, and I'll come here for the first trip after my break away. So hopefully we'll get a pike. Tactics, well, as you've probably seen, I decided to fish, this is quite a snaggy stretch, I decided to fish a paternoster rig to start with, at least, fishing it up about 2 feet off the bottom, and with the flow hopefully the bait will be giving some enticing movement. That's the theory anyway. And as I always say to you, but not for a long while, anything exciting happens, I'll be back. Well, that's just over an hour and a half in the first swim, and nothing to report. other than the fact that the rain set in. I'm going to give it another 10 minutes, and if there isn't anything here, I'm going to pack up and move down and try and find somewhere else, and gradually work my way back to the van. Wasn't supposed to rain. That's swim number 2. See what this one does for us. It's only been in there 5 minutes, and I think there's something at it. I must admit, I was thinking about switching from the paternoster to a legend bait, because this is a classic slack. The flow I've got in front of me is going against the main flow. I'm going to have a quick look at this and make sure whether there's anything there. No, is the answer. Right, gone on to a legend bait. Well, that's us settled into swim number 2, and I think I've already said this really is a classic slack water swim, and it's big. It stretches all the way from the overhanging tree, which must be 20 yards upstream, all the way down to another overhanging tree, which must be at least 15 yards or more downstream. So there's a bit of water to go at. As I've already said, I've switched from the paternoster to a legend bait, because there is not a lot of flow. Whether it's snaggy or not remains to be seen, but so yeah, I switched to the legend bait, and I mean there's enough water to go at it for the rest of the day. And part of the reason I'm saying that is that the next quarter of a mile downstream is solid bushes, so the next swim down is some distance off, and the flow in the river generally increases the further upstream you go. So I think I might sit it out for the day here. I've already thrown some chopped up sardine in. I might just throw some more in and just see what we can get. Here we go. Right, let's see what's what. Oh, nice fish. Lovely. That feels good after such a long break away. That's what it's about. See you in a minute. Well, let's see if we can see. That's a bonny fish. There you go. What do you make of that? Pleased with that after, as I say, such a long break away. Steady, steady, steady. Steady. Wearing a glove. Now you won't have seen me do that before, but thanks to my problems, I'm on blood thinners now, so whilst we used to laugh off a little bit of raker rash, I think I've got to be a bit more careful now. Right, let's get this back. Yeah, I suspect that's ready to go. Here we go. Lovely. Well, quite pleased with that. As I say, after such a long break away, felt very good that. Okay, not a monster, but a nice river pike by this river standards. And as I said to you, I've had this for years and years, and it's never been used. But now I'm afraid I'm going to have to be just a little bit more careful. And so from now on, you'll see me wearing protection, as they say. We've got 3 hours left, so and as I said before, plenty of water to go at, so might be another one yet, you never know. Into the last hour, and no more activity, although I've been entertained for the last quarter of an hour by a pair of amorous red kites tumbling together in the sky, which is something I've never seen before. But that was quite interesting. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear them. They're still at it away over the field here. Yeah, into the last hour, so it looks more and more likely that it's going to be a one fish day for my first time out after my difficulties. No complaints, at least at least it's not a blank. So as I say, about an hour. Well, like I said, into the last hour, and I think we may have, yes we have, some interest. Well, well. Oh, oh no. Dropped it. Bugger. I must be out of practice, I think. Damn and blast. Well, last half hour, we'll try again. Well, looks like it came back. Let's have a look. Oh no, not again. Yeah, dear. As you can tell, I missed it. Try again. Well, I'm going to have to call it there. Time to go and do battle with the traffic. Oh dear. Looks like we're snagged. So one fish and two missed opportunities. I have to say I quite enjoyed it, being the first time in such a long time. And I hope you enjoyed it too. So what's next? Well, I hope it'll be more river piking, and it'll be a social with my pal David, which is another thing I've missed over the last 3 months. But until then, as I say, I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon.